Hi students, how are you? Hope you are all well, fine, and you are staying safe in your houses. Okay, as we discussed previously, today I am going to explain about the economic importance of gymnosperms. This already we have seen in the class. The explanation is over already, and just we are going through once again this important topic about the economic importance of gymnosperms. And as you seeing on the slides, so this is the first slide about the economic importance of gymnosperms, and then coming to the next one. So what are the important commercial uses of gymnosperms? So as you are already seeing on the slide, so many uses are there, the gymnosperms uses. So some gymnospermic plants are mainly the important sources of wood. They yield different types of wood which is very commercially valuable, and some important gymnospermic plants they yield paper, and some yield essential oils, and some yield tannins, and some gymnospermic plants they yield fibers, and some yield edible products. Some gymnosperm leaves and branches they are edible. Some gymnospermic plants they yield fatty oils which are commercially valuable, and some yield resins, and so many medicinal uses are there. Gymnosperm plants they are medicinally useful and commercially valuable also, and mainly the uses of gymnosperms, main one is the ornamental plants. So many species of gymnosperms they are useful as ornamental plants. So these are all the uses of the gymnospermic plants as you are seeing on the slide. And now coming to the first use, that is the ornamental uses of gymnospermic plants. So which plants are useful as ornamental plants? So as you are seeing on the slide, Cycas species, Cycas beddomi, Cycas rumphii, so all these species of Cycas they are used as ornamental plants. And coming to this one, this second one is the Araucaria species. This is a beautiful ornamental plant. And the third one is Thuja species, and this is almost used in all parks as ornamental plants. And Podocarpus species, this is the indoor ornamental plant normally. So the second, coming to the next use of gymnospermic plants. So gymnospermic plants are mainly the important sources of wood. They yield different types of various types of wood which is very commercially valuable. So that is the main important use of gymnosperms, yielding the wood properties. So coming to the properties of the wood which is yielded by gymnosperms, the wood is very light color, and it's having light weight also, and when you paint the wood it absorbs the paint very fastly and very cleanly, completely 100% it absorbs the paint. So it is having a nail taking properties, good nail taking properties, which is very useful in the preparation of furniture, and good finishing properties also, and it's having straight grain properties. So these are all the important properties of the gymnospermic wood which are very useful in the making the commercially valuable furniture. And coming to the different types of wood, the first wood yielding plant is Pinus roxburghi, which is commonly called as cedar. So the important species coming to the Pinus, the Pinus roxburghi, Pinus sylvestris, Pinus galiciana. And coming to the uses of the Pinus wood, this is good quality timber, and it's useful for in the preparation of making cheap furniture, and useful in the making of wooden frames and packing cases also. So next one is cedar wood. So its scientific name is Citrus deodara. The wood is called as cedar wood, and it is the strongest Indian timber yielding plant. The wood of this plant is scented, and it's also resistant to insects and fungus attacks also. And the uses of this cedar wood is useful for making railway sleepers, doors, window pans, boards, and furniture. So that is about the Citrus deodara wood. And coming to the next one, red cedar. The scientific name of the red cedar, it's Juniperus virginiana. The wood is called as the red cedar, and as you are seeing on the slide, you can see the plant like this. It's a cone shaped plant. So Juniperus virginiana, it's useful in the making of Christmas trees also. So it's useful for the preparation of the, as you see on the slide, it's useful in the preparation of pencils and also in agarbattis making. And the next plant, coming to the next plant, the plant name is yew, common name, and the scientific name is Taxus baccata. So the wood is the heaviest. Generally the gymnosperms wood is very soft, but in all these types of wood, here the Taxus baccata wood is slightly heavy, and it's most durable and elastic properties. It is having elastic properties, so that is why it is used in the preparation of making bows. And coming to the next plant, Douglas fir, and the scientific name of this plant is Pseudotsuga taxifolia. So as you are seeing the plant here, the uses is it yields veneers and plywood, So timber of Pseudotsuga taxifolia, it's used for making the laminated arcs and heavy construction works. And the next one is fierce. The scientific name is Abies pinro, Abies densa, Abies delavoyi, Abies spectabilis. So Abies is the genus name and pinro, densa, delavoyi and spectabilis are the species names. And as you are seeing on the slide, the image of this Abies is like this, and the wood is useful in the preparation of the furniture and also in the railway, and it is useful in the making railway lines, railway tracks. So other timber yielding plants in gymnosperms. So see this on the slide, Sequoia gigantea, which is the largest, tallest tree in the whole world. So that yields redwood, which is very commercially valuable, and Taxodium distichum and Podocarpus and Agathis australis. All these plants yields commercially valuable timber. And coming to the next use of the gymnosperms. So gymnosperms yields edible products, various edible products. Means different parts of the gymnospermic plants people eat. Actually, people consume the different parts of the gymnospermic plants, edible products, which are very good in the sources of which are very good sources of vitamins, minerals. So that's why people consume the gymnospermic products as food materials. So one of the main important food product is sago, sabudana, which is a starch-rich food. In Telugu, it is sagubiyam. So it is useful in the preparation of so many different types of food products. So this is sabudana, sago. And the next one is the sago, which is obtained from what are the different types of gymnospermic trees which are yielding the sago. Cycas species are yielding sago. Next, Encephalarios species, they are yielding sago, and Macrozamia and Zamia species. Zamia and Macrozamia species both yields sago, which is very commercially valuable. We all know, and we daily use the sago as in the preparation of the different types of food materials. So other edible products which are coming from the gymnosperms are generally people consume Cycas pectinata and Cycas revoluta and shoots, and also Neetum zeno, the leaves and strobili of Neetum nino are edible, and then Cycas rumphi fruits will be cooked and they are edible, and the seeds of Pinus gerardiana, Neetum xenon, Neetum vola, Neetum latifolium and Neetum biloba seeds are edible. So these are all the edible products coming from the gymnosperms, and Chilgoza tree and seeds are edible and they are commercially valuable also. People consume more the Chilgoza seeds. And coming to the medicinal properties of the gymnosperms, Zincgo biloba, which you are seeing on the slide, the extract nature said, which is useful in the preparation of so many Ayurvedic drugs and homeo drugs also. And Epidrin, which is useful in the in the curing of respiratory ailments like bronchitis, asthma, remain respiratory disorders. So coming to the leaves, so here the leaves are actually using in the preparation of curing the various ailments or various diseases. And see, as Zincgo, so Zincgo leaves are useful for curing heart diseases, lungs diseases and various circulatory diseases, so blood disorders. Taxus leaves are useful in curing asthma, bronchitis and epilepsy. Cycas leaves are used in stomach and skin disorders and in vomiting. And Cupressus leaves are used in treating vermifuge properties, means they are having the vermifuge properties, so these insecticidal properties. So coming to the bark and seeds. So what are the uses of the bark and seeds of gymnosperms? So dione seeds, they are useful in the preparation of decoction, and it is used for treating the nervous disorders, neuralgia. And Cycas bark and seeds, they are pasted and it is mixed with coconut oil, and it is useful in treating the sores and swellings. So Pinus seeds, the oil is extracted from the Pinus seeds, and that is useful in dressing the wounds and ulcers, treating the wounds and ulcers. So Epidra, the drug Epidrin, which is a very famous drug, it is used in the treatment of asthma, hay fever and cold and various respiratory disorders. So coming to the next one, resin, which is a very important product, resin. The resins are the oxidation products, means the gymnosperms are having the oils, they yield as various essential oils, and those essential oils on oxidation, they will be converted into resins. So after the essential oils evaporates, the resin will be actually the resin will be in semi-liquid state. When the essential oils in the resins gets evaporated, the resin will be solidified. Normally the resins will be stored in resin ducts and canals, So normally the resins are insoluble in water. They are not soluble in water, only they are soluble in ether and alcohol. So resins are very important commercial products which are yielded by gymnosperms. So coming to the various types of resins: turpentine oil, Canada balsam, amber, Venetian turpentine, rosin, copal. These are all the various types of resins: turpentine oil, Canada balsam, amber, Venetian turpentine, copal, rosin. Commercially valuable resins. So let us see what are the types of resins obtained from gymnosperms. So Agathis australis, this gymnospermic plant yields copal. This resin is very transparent and it's also hard also. This type of resin is used in varnishes, polishes, and in the preparation of plastic and linoleum products. And next type of resin is amber, which is very extremely hard and it's brittle also, used in X-ray therapy, preparation of blood container and mouthpieces of pipes and cigarettes holder. So it is coming from the Pinnatis succinifera gymnospermic plant, and this is having very commercial, it is highly commercially valuable as it is used in the medicinal industry more. And next one is turpentine oil. It's obtained from the Pinus species, like Pinus roxburghi, Pinus insularis, Pinus wallichiana, and it's useful in painting. And coming to the next important product, rosin. It is also coming from the species of Pinus, and it's rosin. It's a brittle product, and it's having aromatic properties, and it's a solid product. And this rosin will be used in the sizing of the paper, and in the making of varnishes, making of soaps, and in sealing of waxes, and in the preparation of printer ink and its grease, and in lubricant. So in all these products, this rosin will be used, which is coming from the Pinus species. And now coming to the Canada balsam, which is a very important commercially valuable product normally for the biological students. So in the lab, whatever we are using the slides, in the preparation of slides, in the mounting of slides, the Canada balsam product will be used. And this resin, it won't crystallize. Even though it is dried, it won't crystallize, and it has a high refractive index. So that's why it will be used in the preparation of mounting the microscopic slides. Canada balsam, which is coming from the Abies balsamium. And coming to the next product, Venetian turpentine, coming from the Larix decidua tree. Uses are it's useful in the making varnishes and in veterinary medicines. And the next important product of gymnosperms are tannins. Tannins coming from the Pseudo candices, and see the plants and the commercially valuable products which are coming from the tannins. Normally they are useful in making the leather products, the tannins, which is very hard in texture and it's brown in color. So coming to the essential oils, so these are all the different types of essential oils. Different types of essential oils coming from the various types of gymnosperms. Sugo species, this yields essential oils, and Picea species yielding essential oil, Citrus species yielding essential oil, Juniper species yielding essential oil, Cupress species yielding essential oil, and Abies species yielding essential oil. So essential oils are the very important commercial products yielding from the gymnosperms. And now the next important commercial valuable product from the gymnosperms are fiber. So Neetum fiber, this is the Neetum tree. Neetum yields bark. Neetum bark yields a different type of fiber which is useful in the preparation of fishing nets. And Macrozamia species also yields a special type of fiber which is useful in stuffing, that is used as a stuffing fiber in the preparation of making of pillows, beds and all that. And the other main important use of the gymnosperm means various plants of gymnosperms, they are useful in the preparation of paper. For example, Picea species, they are useful in the making of paper. Abies species useful in the making of paper. Cryptomeria species useful in the making of paper. And Pinus species also. The fibers, what are the fibers that are useful? They are useful in the preparation of paper. They are all the sources of paper. So this is all about the economic importance of gymnosperms briefly, students. And as you all know, this is the important question in your exams. So go through this presentation once, and if you have any doubts, contact me. So thank you, students. Have a very good day. Thank you.